number 2. Our last matchup begins with Abilene Christian.
What's your reaction to knowing you're going to go to TCU?
Yeah, no, I mean it's great. That's where our season started. It's kind of a sweet place for our postseason to start, to get back, for us to get back into the postseason and to play in a place that we're familiar with, to play against a coach that I'm very close to. I'd say one of probably my closest friends in the coaching world, and I'll go as far as calling him somewhat of a mentor too, somebody that I call anytime I have questions, anytime there's things that I'm trying to learn or adjust as we try to grow our program. Somebody that has done unbelievably in the last 10 years of college tennis and has completely turned that TCU program around from being usually a top 50 team in the program to now being a consistent top 10, top 5 really team in the country. Also obviously really, really special. He's also from Mexico, so we kind of share a lot of things that, again, just special for us to go there and play the defending national champions, and why not, just might as well go against the best.
Yeah. Like you said, started the season against him. That's 3 months ago. That probably seems like an eternity ago for how you guys have progressed since then. Can you talk about the progression of your team?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've just been really, really proud to kind of where we ended and how we ended our season. Just, a lot of growth had to happen, a lot of maturity, a lot of tough conversations, really just for us, in order for us to really find ourselves as a team. When you bring a lot of new people, a lot of different personalities, nationalities, everybody's kind of just trying to find themselves within the team. And just really proud on how they took it. About probably spring break, we had to kind of come to Jesus meeting as a team, including myself, where we knew we had to change some things, we had to adjust some things, and just really proud of the way some of our leaders and our veterans, even in a young team. Obviously, you have Danny and Ben, who have been unbelievable pillars of this program and have been able to start their career here and finish it with a conference title. But then just having people like Mershe and Ethan and Dennis, who, only with them being here 2 years or 3, just the leadership that they showed and just the way they kind of took it on themselves to really say, hey, this is who we want to be. This is the identity of who ACU has been in the last few years, and we're not there this year, but we got to get back to finding that. And from that moment on, from spring break on, I saw that change where it just we got back to having fun competing for each other. It wasn't just about going and competing. It was about enjoying it too. And it just became fun being out on the court with each other, for each other, and it showed. It showed in the way we competed our last few matches in the regular season. We were in 0-4, but it was a different team, and by the time we got to a conference tournament, we could feel it.
Anything you think Danny and Ben can tell their teammates about what the NCAA Regional is like?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked a little bit already. This last week was a bit of the first 2 days, it felt like everybody was about 100 pounds heavier than they usually are. And it's, we even felt it as coaches. Just so much adrenaline, so much emotion that happens in a weekend like our conference tournament weekend. Last time we went from winning conference, driving 7 hours back from Beaumont, to 3 days later we're headed over to Waco, and we could feel we hadn't had really a time to kind of settle back. Luckily this year we had that week in between. So last week, the first 2-3 days were not the greatest practices we've had. But as the week went on, you could feel kind of, okay, the team was kind of getting back to, hey, the season's not over, right? And I just think that just the way Danny and Ben understand that, hey, there's still something to play, and we're not just going out there to just participate and have fun, which I think to an extent happened last time. Yes, we are going to against some really, really good teams, but just getting back to what we always talk about, which is the things we control. Can't control who we play against, and we can't control what they're going to do, but we can control what we do and just show up and represent and compete the way we do, and then just live with whatever happens, right? I think that was the challenge from day one when we started at TCU. I said, hey, I think the biggest goal throughout the season is going to be able for us to be able to compete the same way no matter who's across the net from us, right? Because we started with the number 1 and 2 team in the country. And then you played so many different teams from Division IIs to junior colleges to Division IIIs to obviously conference opponents and top 5 teams in the country. And my goal and my hope was for them to be able to just compete no matter who was across the net from us,
Okay. Thanks, Juan.
Thank you. Do you feel like you come into this with, talk about the momentum, but you bring into this after winning the conference championship, and how does that maybe instill a bit of confidence in y'all as well?
Yeah, I mean, I just, anytime you win your conference tournament when you're not the favorite, obviously it gives you a boost of confidence of understanding that, I mean, you can go out there and compete, and if you do kind of what you can with the things you control and do your best in those, then you can live with whatever result it is. And we kind of took that mentality to the conference tournament. And in the way it worked out, I think the guys understand more now. I think we've kind of been understanding it better and better all season. But after the conference tournament, it was kind of like, hey, I could see how they felt the results and the reward of controlling what you can, doing the best in the things we control, and then living and be satisfied with whatever the result is.